Apps have changed the way we live, work, and play. We will be chatting about some of the most useful and maybe some of the weirdest apps you've ever heard about. At the control panel, producer extraordinaire, still breathing heavy from running down the hall.
Running down the hall.
Producer extraordinaire Jim Walsh.
Hello.
And at the other microphone, Rockin' Dave Blair.
Rockin' Dave.
Hey, Jimmy, have you ever been late?
Have you ever been
Before?
what?
Ever?
Late?
To getting on the air.
Oh. I can't say never.
Okay.
We just about reached over and hit the two. They're called pot mics, right? You just hit the pots and
you
whatever
got to
they're
teach
called.
us how to use that in case
just
something
in
happens.
case,
I
you know.
should teach you guys how to push the buttons.
Well,
and
just
then,
all we have to do is just push the button,
then
right?
they wouldn't need me anymore.
Well,
they could fire me
maybe
and
maybe you don't want to do that.
maybe
then.
I don't want to do it. I don't know. Maybe I'll get
So,
the geezer in here. Well,
there you-
no,
yeah.
the geezer. We don't want the geezer doing it.
Well, we're going to be talking about apps today. So
Yeah.
we're going to talk about useful apps, and at the end of
Beautiful.
the show, we're going to be talking about weird apps. We're also going to be talking a little bit about holiday apps after the break. So we're going to be covering a lot of different things. So I'm assuming you use an app or two, Jim.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
I've got a lot of apps for radio stations.
Yeah.
Because I listen to a lot of radio stations.
Okay. Are you a podcast? Do you like to listen to podcasts too?
I do. There's a new podcast. It's called, you'll love this, An Arm and a Leg. It's all about the healthcare system and how people are dealing with the healthcare issues.
By paying for it with an arm and a leg?
Well, so to speak. But it's a very good app. And the guy does a real good job. It's real consistent. It's real fresh. And I like that kind of thing. There's another guy, Dan Carlin, who's a historian.
Okay.
And this guy is just amazing. This guy will just go on for like 2 or 3 hours talking history. But it's riveting.
Somebody that Dave and I met with a couple weeks ago has an app or has a podcast that does really well too. It's called Why I'm Not
What?
a Firefighter.
Fighter.
Why I'm not a race car
doctor.
driver. So he brings these people in, and they tell about their stories, and probably pretty much they convince him why he's not doing these things.
Yeah,
right?
I had a couple of ideas. The thing that's frustrating, though, is you really have to narrowcast.
You do.
You have to come up with one very narrow, very specific thing.
You got to find your niche.
Yeah, find a niche and just something that people will grab onto.
But the thing is, with a niche, you can be in like a rural area. Not to get so far off topic here, but like where we're at, right? And you would never have a big enough of a listening audience to do anything with, right?
Right.
I mean, 5 people in the area might like to collect Star Wars cards or whatever it is, right?
Yeah.
Or I guess we got jumbo paper clips in front of us. So people who do paper clip art, we call them plips, by the way.
Paper clip
art,
art, yeah.
Plips. But anyway, a good friend of mine used to do paper clip art. And anyway, so we could do, but you take that over the world, and all of a sudden there's 50,000 people that like what you do.
I was thinking of that over the weekend because I was looking at a couple of these comic book things on, this was on YouTube.
Yep.
These guys who do talk about nothing but comic books, like they're big on the Marvel movies and the whole thing with the Avengers movie, and people don't know. By the way, the trailer for Avengers 4 is coming out Wednesday. Wednesday morning, they said, I'm serious, Wednesday morning on Good Morning America.
I'm only laughing about it because we're actually making announcements about the trailers for movies now. That's really amazing.
Right. Yeah, which is in and of itself is interesting.
A big deal, right?
Well, I'll tell you what I said to my boss the other day. This thing had damn well better be worth the wait.
Are you an Avengers fan?
We're going to wait a whole year to find out what happened, how they resolved the cliffhanger ending in that movie.
Yes.
And I think it's a hell of a gamble on their part.
Sure.
But that's aside from what we're talking about.
Yeah, but I agree. And you're right. There's quite a... but, they used to do it all the time in movies. They just haven't done it much lately.
From week to week,
Yes. Yeah, you're right. I mean, back in the days when they would have weekly movies.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Anyway.
Or weekly radio programs too.
Oh, sure.
That would have to wait suspensefully till the next episode.
Right.
Join the next episode.
Will the girl get run over by the train? We'll find out next week.
That's right.
Yeah.
The Shadow Knows.
The Shadow Knows.
I used to love listening to The Shadow Knows. The Shadow Knows.
The Shadow Do.
That's
what my dad used to say.
The Shadow what?
He'd say, who knows what evil lurks in his man? Then go, the Shadow Do.
Oh, yes.
Dad humor.
So, apps for everyday use. So, these are apps that we probably all use on a daily basis,
Sure.
but maybe not. So we're going to just it's kind of a little version of App Wars, but not really.
App Wars,
yes.
nothing but, there I go.
Do you guys use Marco Polo?
I've heard of it. I don't know a thing about it.
I was just introduced to this like a month or two ago.
Yeah.
And it's a video messaging app.
Oh.
Instead of leaving somebody a voicemail, you actually leave them a video voicemail.
Well, that's kind of cool.
It is kind of cool, actually. And they have a lot of ways to do weird things to your voice or whatever, too. But the purpose of the app is basically to leave video messages, which is kind of cool.
I mean, I've had people do that in not voicemail, email before, but
Sure.
you have to jump through all kinds of hoops to do it.
Yeah.
Is that a free app?
Free app, Marco Polo.
Excellent.
Most apps are free, right?
Well, most of them are.
Most of them are. Not all.
But
not all by any means.
But there is one that we'll be talking about later in the weird app section that's not, and it's kind of hilarious, actually. Google Podcasts. We were just talking about Google Podcasts and iTunes. I mean, Google has gotten into the podcast space too, so you can just get the podcast app. Of course, with Apple, you get iTunes, so you can listen to all kinds of stuff. Health tracking apps. I think this is becoming a big deal, right?
Yeah.
Do you have one on your phone, Jim?
Not yet. I want to get one.
Dave?
Yeah, I do.
You have a heart monitor?
Yep.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Yep.
Okay, interesting. So yeah, I have Samsung Health. I haven't, and I know we talked about this a couple weeks ago, but I haven't done the get a hold of a doctor on there yet. I want to do that yet. Where you can actually bring a doctor up on the phone, and then they look at how your watch has been tracking you, and if you need to go get anything done or whatever.
Right.
But I think it's important, and this is probably the bigger deal with having a health app on your phone, right? Is if you ever run into a scenario where you need to administer the Heimlich maneuver or give somebody CPR, and maybe you don't know what to do, these health apps have a place where you can do emergency, treatment, so to speak, right? I like it. So at least you have something that you can reference immediately on your phone to help somebody else out, and I think that's cool to have that, right?
Yep.
So,
absolutely.
All right, after the break, everybody, we'll be talking about holiday apps. What do we need on your phone this holiday season? Come on back.
Right now, 26.
News headlines and weather together. Live on SuperTalk 1270.
Follow the Guru of Geek everywhere he goes. Post your comments or questions at thetechranch.com. Once again, your Guru of Geek, Marlo Anderson.
So, there have to be apps for the holidays.
Of course.
Just have to have the apps for the holidays.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. So, did a little digging, and I have
Dun, dun, dun.
a list. You could hear the paper, right, Jim?
Yes.
Yeah, of Christmas, and holiday, mostly based around Christmas.
I hope there's an app that says, Santa, this is what I need.
There kind of is, actually.
Okay.
I was looking for a countdown before I got here, and I just ran out of time, a countdown to New Year's Eve. I figured there had to be an app for that, too.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah.
And there has to be one out there. I just didn't get into it. But, yeah, there's actually quite a few on the you have a list there, too, Dave.
Well, no, I didn't. This is...
No, I gave you my list earlier here. There's another copy laying around here somewhere.
Okay.
That was over there, so,
Okay.
So, anyway, so the first one on the list is Giftster, Giftster. Yeah, just flip it over to part. There you go. And, part of the problem with holiday gift giving is to worry about that the gift you're getting is something that your friend or family member may not want, may have already, whatever, right? So Giftster is actually like the wedding register type of deal, right? Where you can actually have a register for Christmas gifts. And you can share this throughout the family or everybody. So that's kind of interesting, I thought.
Yeah.
How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch.
You do that well, Jim.
You seasick crocodile. That's the part everybody remembers, the seasick crocodile.
That's amazing.
He's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
Going as a kingdom.
So, How the Grinch Stole Christmas, it's actually, the story is brought to life as an interactive ebook.
Ah.
It's $2.
I like it.
I think I like this too, and it would be fun to sit down with your kids and have this interactive ebook on your phone. I just thought that was pretty clever. There are actually quite a few of these. This is just the most popular one out there, but there's quite a few of these interactive Christmas stories that are out there. So a lot in the Advent space as well.
Yeah. I would think Christmas would be tailor-made for that kind of thing.
Yes, it is, actually. Absolutely it is. Next on my list is Skywalk. That's, I can't believe I missed this one. So I love this app, and it doesn't have to be for Christmas. You can use this any time of the year, but Skywalk is a Dave's got all. There we go. I have the
okay.
So it's a stargazing app.
Oh.
So you're looking at the stars, you don't know what that constellation is, or you're looking for a constellation, you can actually just hold your phone up to the sky, and it identifies over 20,000 different constellations in the sky. That's pretty cool, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's just like when you hear a song, and there's an app for that. Hear a song, you don't recognize it,
I used to use it all the time. I got SoundCloud in my head. No, it's not SoundCloud. There's 2 or 3 of them that do this. For 5 or 6 seconds. I can't believe I don't have that on my list. But there's a. Have you ever done this?
No, I haven't.
Can't remember the name of the song. You hear this, right? And you're like, what is the name of that song? And you just turn your device on, and it'll actually tell you. With this app.
That's great.
Yeah, it's really, that's a good app too. So
the constellations, I love that.
Yeah, it is a pretty cool thing.
I could have used that this summer when I was looking at Mars and what was the other 2 closest planets ever?
Yeah, I think Jupiter, Mars and Jupiter.
Yeah, they were Mars and Jupiter.
And I actually said 20,000. It's 200,000 celestial bodies.
Whoa.
So you get the information about the planets and everything else on that. So Skywalk. It's very, very cool. So. Next up on my list, of course, if you need to track Santa, and we all do.
Of course we do.
You'll want to get the NORAD Track Santa app, and Google also has one too. So there's a couple apps that you can put on your phone to track Santa on Christmas Eve.
Oh, when I was a kid, TV stations would do that on Christmas Eve.
Yeah. In fact, the news anchor would actually break in occasionally, what I remember, and say, hey, Santa's coming, he'll be here, whatever. So, and they'd have the big old map on the screen.
Yeah.
And,
right.
Yeah, I think different communities did different things. The Christmas Radio. So this is an app called Christmas Radio, and what it does is it brings in, it basically gathers over 50 radio stations, internet radio stations that have unique Christmas-themed music and puts them all in one place. So you have everything from jazz radio Christmas to Christmas country to North Pole radio is all on there. So if you're wanting your Christmas music, like me, I'm telling you, the day after Thanksgiving, it's Christmas music all the way to Christmas for me.
You missed one, the red stamp.
Oh, I'm getting to that.
Oh, that one's, you're saving that one?
Yeah, I'm saving that one.
That's the best to last. Okay,
I'm kind of saving the best
that
to
one
last.
looks pretty cool.
Although the other one might be better. Okay, I'm going to do red stamp first then.
Okay, let's red stamp it.
Red stamp allows you to create customized greeting cards from the comfort of your own device. So, Jim, I could take a picture of you right now, and I can make a Christmas card out of that and send it to your lovely wife.
Why would you? My wife. Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Well, we could all, if we wanted to get together and say, happy holidays from the Tech Ranch. And the 3 of us could be standing here. We could create a Christmas card and send it to all the people we've had on the show in the last year, right?
That's a great idea.
Just like that, we could do that, right?
Yeah, I think we should.
All right, let's do that then. So we'll use red stamp, but
so you need a printer, right?
No. They actually do the whole work for you.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So the card is a snap. Creation is a snap with They have numerous templates, customizations, and the ability to add your own images and text. There's a generous selection of templates, more collections available as in-app purchases. So, and you can commission and mail your custom card, and Red Stamp also allows you to email, share, or download your card. So you can do either way. You can do it as an e-greeting, or you can actually have it printed and mailed out.
Lovely.
So it's pretty
cool.
It's pretty cool.
Well, they have a lot of those apps that are out there now for creating your own family Christmas card too, right?
And what I think is really cool about this, and it's actually generating some other ideas for other business things I have going on, but the fact that you can send your photo via your email address, right?
Yeah.
And then you get an email address, or you get an email back from this firm then that says, hey, this is what your photo is going to look like, printed and put in this frame, or printed as a Christmas card, printed as that. There's quite a few of them that are doing that now.
I got an idea for us.
Yes.
For National Day calendar.
Yes.
We create a card for that National Day.
We should do that.
Send that out to the people saying, "Hey, happy banana split day!" And Dave's got ice cream and everything all over his face.
I'm waiting for tomorrow. It's cookie day.
Oh, tomorrow's cookie. Yeah. All right.
It's a good day tomorrow, and it's your day as well. It is National Sock Day tomorrow.
Oh, it is.
Right.
Wow.
Cookies and socks. So you'll have to wear your cookie socks.
I'm pretty boring today.
What have you got?
I got warm socks.
Warm socks,
And they're not colorful.
Well, this is funny. Over the weekend, I couldn't find my gloves, so I put socks on my hands.
Did it work?
Yeah, it worked, except you should do it with clean socks. You don't want your hands smelling like feet. You know what I mean?
Well, it depends on what you're working on, I guess.
I guess.
Yeah, that's funny. So did it look? Did people give you kind of a weird look
Well,
when you're out there in
I was
socks,
in the car.
or?
I just
I see.
Here you go.
Oh yeah,
There it
they
is.
are.
I see them.
And it's like I was
got 'em
wearing-
Well, at least they match the
Now,
colors.
this is a clean sock.
And it's
But
colors.
I just, I put a little,
Maybe a little
sock
puppet,
there.
yeah.
I can make a Muppet out of
Yeah.
it.
Is this actually what you have the socks along with today?
Yeah.
You have
you
one
missing
sock
one.
and
I-
one
one
glove.
I found one glove.
Yeah.
So I grabbed the sock, freshly washed.
But Jim, I got to tell
That is
you,
hilarious.
that one glove that you have on your foot, you can actually put. You forgot. You mixed up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you have that one on your foot.
Yeah, it's like the guy who says, "Oh, you got one green sock and one." Oh, yeah, I got a pair at home just like them.
Nobody even cares anymore, Jim. That's what's funny about it.
But
So.
I
That
can,
is so
I
true.
can make a Muppet out of the one
Yeah.
sock.
And you could sing, How the Grinch Stole Christmas again. Yeah. Even better. And the last one I have on my list is Elf Yourself.
Sounds vaguely polite.
The Elf Yourself app uses some basic photo manipulation magic to transform you, your friends, your family, and pets into silly dancing elves.
Oh, there you go.
So you've never done this before, Dave?
I've heard about
No.
Okay.
No, but I do have I put up my elf on the shelf yesterday at my house.
What do you mean you have to put it up? I thought they're around all the time.
Well, no, I move them around.
Okay.
Okay.
Is he a mischievous
Yeah,
elf?
but I figured out too I can put a little camera in there, so he's always watching.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
He sees
Okay.
you when you're sleeping.
Yeah,
Okay, so talk about Elf Yourself.
Well, yeah, you just you hop on, you get the app, and then you drop a couple of your photos in there. It takes the heads of your friends and family and creates dancing scenes or whatever with elves. It's pretty clever.
Hey, that's
and you
kind
can
of
send
fun.
those off. Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
we got to play around. You guys we've got 23 days till Christmas.
Yeah, you got all kinds of time to play
22
around with
days.
this stuff. So absolutely. And the Elf Yourself thing, it has it's free, but there are in-app purchases which allow users to select additional dance themes.
Jib Jab did that
yes,
too.
and they're still around, by the way. I actually have a subscription to Jib Jab.
Yeah,
but that's the thing. I think you might be able to still do like one for free or something. But if you want to use all of their stuff, you got to pay the $80 or $100 a year or whatever
makes
it is.
sense. It was so big a few years ago.
It was huge.
They'd be crazy not to monetize.
Right, and that's exactly what they have done. So, yeah, all kinds of great ones. So, and of course, you got to figure out, you may want some travel apps for the holidays. All the shopping apps.
You gotta
There's
have
a
a
ton of
shopping
those,
app.
and of course, you're shopping. You better be taking advantage of all the savings you can get on those apps. So,
Yeah.
after the break, everybody, we will be talking about useful apps. You'll want to stay tuned for this because we got some cool ones for you.
Right now, 26.
Dave Ramsey is heard here. SuperTalk 1270.
Follow the Guru of Geek at Facebook.com/The Tech Ranch or Twitter at Guru of Geek or TheTechRanch.com. Here again is your Guru of Geek, Marlo Anderson.
Geeking out over all the Christmas tunes here
All
today. I'm
right,
loving
yeah.
it. Absolutely loving it. So we're talking about apps today at the control panel producer
Where
extraordinaire
can our
Jim
listeners
Walsh.
listen
Ho, ho,
into
ho.
again?
And, well, you always bring this up.
I know that because we want to make sure that we're not missing anybody out
Yeah,
there,
so, yeah, you
right?
can catch us on Blueberry Network, on iTunes, on Roku. We're on Radio Pup, the own app here. We're on Tech Podcasts. We're on all kinds of places. iTunes, I said that already. Tuned In, that's the one I'm
The
thinking
Tuned
missing
In
of.
one,
Yeah,
yeah.
and of course our own app, Radio Pup, and
1270.
All kinds of places you can catch the show later. If you want to watch or listen, we're not at the watching stage yet. Nobody would want to watch us anyway.
No.
I'm thinking between the three of us, we got 3 strands of hair, so the reflection off the top of our heads might not be good.
Bunch of guys with a face for radio.
That's right, and that's why we're here. We're on the radio there, Swen.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I'm happy to be here.
So we're talking about apps, useful apps, and we may never get to that point today. So the first one I have on my list is Acorns, and I love this app. Absolutely love Acorns.
Acorn.
Yeah. So what does a squirrel do?
You've heard
he
collects
nuts.
acorns for the winter, right?
Other nuts.
Yeah. But that's kind of what it is about, right?
Yep.
So Acorns is an investment app, and what it does is it actually you sync it with your credit or debit card, and every time you make a purchase, it rounds up and gives you the difference. So let's say you go out and have some coffee this morning, right? 3 of us go out and have coffee. And
sure.
It's $8.13, right?
Right.
If I pay with my credit card, the difference between $8.13 and $9, which is 87 cents, goes into my Acorn account. So as crazy as this
I've heard
is,
of that, yeah.
Since I started doing this a few months ago, I looked at it this morning. I have almost $1,100 in my Acorn account.
I love it.
And do you miss it? No.
No.
So, and the thing, and the reason I'm
well, and you're not tipping anybody now either, then, right?
Well,
I'm teasing. But
I do that on top of it anyway.
3 cents. It could be 3 cents. It could be 99 cents.
That's correct.
Yeah.
That's correct. Yeah. So that's what I find interesting about it.
Up.
It does add up, and it adds up pretty quickly. And the thing is I used to, and we probably all used to do this. I still do actually. I throw all my change in a jar
Yep.
when I get home. Right. We probably all still do this. Right.
Yep.
But the thing is that we use our debit and credit cards more often now than we use cash.
Right.
So you don't save like that anymore. This kind of takes the place of
the digital
that.
equivalent.
Right. Digital equivalent. And then it actually, you can tell it to invest it on top of it. And you can tell it if you are a conservative person, if you want to be aggressive with your money, and it actually goes out and invests it in the stock market and things and tries to make more money for you.
I got a funny story about that. In the old days, when you actually take the change and you throw it in the jar, my dad did that for several years. And then when one time I had an offer for a radio job in Texas, and I asked him for a little help with the traveling money, and he goes under the sink, he pulls out this big giant jar of quarters. He said, "Here, cash this out and take it."
Wow.
It was like $500 in quarters.
Wow. That's pretty cool.
Not too shabby.
No, not too shabby at all.
Thank you, Dad.
So.
And then the next week says, "Hey, Jim, where's all those quarters at?"
My jar of quarters. So, but yeah, it is just kind of rainy day funds that you can have there.
That's a great idea.
Wonderful idea.
If nothing else, people a lot of times do a little overspending at Christmas time. This gives you an opportunity to maybe save up a few acorns and then have some money because you can pull it back out anytime you want to.
Well, there's another app, and I shared that with you a while back, called Roundup.
Yes.
Where you have service clubs or some kind of cause that applies for that, and then every time you use it, it rounds it back up.
So it works kind of the same way,
same concept.
And if you wanted to do that and then donate the money to, this could be the money that you donate at the end of the year to clubs or whatever, if you want to do that as well.
And you could do it maybe on your debit card, you have one, and maybe on your credit card, you
have another, however you want to do it. You bet. And I think it's just a great way. And then they also have, if since I'm self-employed, I don't have the ability I think we have Keogh plans instead of 401ks,
right?
But I just thought they actually have that in here too. So I've actually started my own Keogh plan through Acorns as well. It was easy to set up. It was crazy easy to set up.
I love that idea.
So I think it was a fun thing, and I'm certainly using it. So Memrise is the next app I have. Memrise is an easy-to-use language learning app with an entertainment layer. Learn everything from French to Norwegian.
Ja, to Norwegians. That's a good one. We have that on there.
Are you from the North Dakota?
Yeah. So, but if you want to learn a language, Memrise would be great. There's a lot of great apps out there for learning languages. There really are. But this one has always been highly rated.
Well, especially if you're traveling a lot, you could be listening to that. I have a friend of mine who travels all over.
Yep.
And he's got, I don't know what kind of app. It could be that one that he has it playing.
Sure.
Through his radio.
If you're, that's not a bad idea. You could actually just be practicing while you're on the road or what have you.
Exactly.
So that's a good idea. Yeah. That's a good idea. So Memrise or any of those. There's a lot of great apps out there that you can, start learning another language if you like. So, Me Too, MEITU, but Me Too.
Yeah, we got to make sure we get that right.
Yep, MEITU. This is an app, and they can kind of compare themselves to Facetune, if you're familiar with Facetune, but on steroids. So basically what it does is it's an airbrushing app for selfies. So, Dave, if you wanted to have a little extra hair, that would put some hair on your head. Just saying.
and I could get it removed from my nose and my ears.
And your ears as well.
I could, yeah.
So,
okay.
You need to get the Me Too app. Just saying.
Okay, yeah, that's a good one. I think I'll try that today.
Yeah. Jim, are you, you don't even know what dimension you just fell into here, do you? You should have your own. Oh, you do. You should wake up the tech geezer, and he could be part of this conversation.
Yeah. Jim's actually on the app right now, playing around with it.
No, I've got the Acorn app.
Okay. All right. I like that. But yeah, Me Too. MEITU.
Me Too.
And you can make yourself look pretty, Dave.
I'm going to work on that. Lose about 100 pounds, put all the hair back.
Probably do that for you.
Yeah.
Carrot Weather. This app uses dark skies super accurate weather data, but puts a layer of personality on top of it. So it's dialogue, characters, and scenery changes are a fun way to get current, hourly, and daily forecasts. So Carrot Weather is a useful app that I think is pretty cool.
Well, we can get into. Let me just jump in here once. I got a really cool app that a friend of mine uses, and he shared it with me. It's a ringtone app.
Okay.
So when you ring, whatever your favorite, I would ask Marlo, "What's your favorite song?"
Oh, sure.
Okay. Yeah. And then I would download that, and when your phone call comes in, it's your music playing.
Yep. You've never seen this before?
No, well, I have seen it before. I've just never used it, but it was fun when I was sitting at a table and a call came in to Nick, and it was his wife, and it was her special song.
Right.
So obviously he knows that right away.
Yeah, so. Ringtone they've really taken on a whole life of their own, that's for sure.
Mobile's 24 it's called.
Okay. Mobile's 24, cool. Of course, other useful apps, iCloud, Google Drive, and Dropbox. These are all three of them, depending on what you have for a device or whatever. Yeah. Want to be using these to store your stuff.
Yep. Dropbox I've used quite a bit.
Yep. Google Drive for me. I use Google Drive daily. I mean, that is a huge app for me. And I'm sure people who are on the iOS for Apple use iCloud all the time.
Yeah.
Carmatey, Carmatey, ever come out of a shopping center or a concert and you don't know where your car is?
Yeah. I have that dream. Once a month I have the dream where I'm coming out of some big giant venue and I have no idea where I parked the car.
Yep.
I have this, this happens to me often when I'm traveling too. Because, especially if I show up early. This is always the problem for me. I show up early and the park, even the other night, Dave and I went to the hockey game in Mandan here the other night.
My first hockey
game, by the way. And I got there a little bit early. And I parked the car, and it's not even that big a parking lot. But, of course, in the meantime, 1,800 more cars came and parked in there, right? And I come out, and I'm like, where is my car, right?
Yep.
Well, Carmatey actually keeps track of where your car is at. So it'll actually give you directions to how to find your car.
Every once in a while at a shopping center or something, I'm bad because I'm always clicking my keychain.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know, but I saw these older people wandering around, and you know, you feel sorry for them. And
Breaks
kind of
your
go
heart,
up and ask
yeah.
them, "Hey, you know, can I help you?" Yeah. We're not sure if we're even in the right garage.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
That's exactly right.
Yep.
That's a great one, Carmady. After the break, everybody, weird apps.
Oh, yes.
You're gonna love these.
I'd want those, yeah.
Right now, 27.
On Twitter, Facebook, online, and YouTube. SuperTalk1270.com.
We're back to the Tech Ranch. Stream this program now at SuperTalk1270.com. Here is your guru of geek, Marlo Anderson.
And we're talking about weird apps.
Weird apps.
So this will be fun at the
Okay.
microphones. It's Hillbilly Sven and the Tech Geezer.
Been a long time since anybody called me Slim.
That's Hillbilly Sven.
I call him the geezer
Sven.
young.
S-V-E-N.
Sven.
Sven.
Yup,
Hillbilly
unlimited there.
Sven. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're talking about weird apps, and obviously we got a little case of the weirds ourselves here. Yes. So the first app I have on the list is an app called Nothing. So you download the app, and it does nothing. Does absolutely nothing. And
I can relate to that.
the app doesn't even have an icon. You just stare at a blank space.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and by the way, it's got a pro version that you buy for 99 cents, so that also does a lot of nothing. Yeah. I think it's just hilarious, right? Download an app that does nothing, and then they charge the pro for the pro version that does exactly the same thing.
It'd be interesting to find out how many apps they
It would be interesting to know that.
That would be one
yes.
of those ones, right?
Yes, it would be. And they'd probably laugh about it,
I'm
too,
sure
you know.
they're going,
And people, just the value of it, that you got an app that does nothing is just hilarious, right? So this one is interesting. It's called Blower. So have you ever, I'm sure we all have, right? You stand in front of a set of speakers, and you can actually feel the air coming off the speakers.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So this app actually does that with your smartphone. It actually plays frequencies, and you can hold it up to like a candle, and the speaker that's in your iPhone or in your Android or whatever, it'll actually push out a little bit of air from the speaker to blow out like from the sound from the. Isn't that something?
Yeah.
So instead of blowing out candles, I just take my phone around and hit it, and it'll blow out the candle. You think?
Well, it'll blow. Yeah.
It'll give.
Make a wish, blow it out.
Yeah, that's exactly right. So so it's interesting. I mean, it's weird.
Well, you know,
I'm not sure what you're going to use it for.
I have a weird app. It's my box fan app.
What? Oh yes, yeah. Talk about your box fan app.
Yeah, my box fan app. I'm one of these guys that needs to have noise when I go to bed at night.
White noise. I'm the same way.
You know, so a lot of times in hotels, I try to set the fan on so it's running all the time, but sometimes you can't do that. So I have this box fan app on my phone. I just put it next to my bed, and it just has that noise.
I may have to get that.
Yeah, I love it.
I'm the same
When
way.
I'm
I have
traveling.
a fan that I have running in the bedroom at night.
Yep.
Just
I
for
do
the
too.
sound, for the white
I
noise.
do too. Yeah. And all my kids are the same way now too.
It's too bad I don't have my old phone because I had a cowbell app.
Oh,
so
yeah,
you would actually shake it, and it would actually make the sound of cowbells.
More cowbell.
Yeah,
it needs more cowbell.
Yeah.
It's exactly. I was speaking at an event one time, and I was trying to get. It's like the audience was younger. They had no clue what I was talking about. You know, I'd crack a joke and nobody would laugh. And I said, "Oh, I guess that needs more cowbell." And I go like this with my phone, and they still didn't get it.
Oh no!
But now it's big time at hockey games.
The cowbell?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
It's in fact in some places they've banned them. You can't bring a cowbell in.
Well, now you can bring your phone.
I bring my phone with
Why
ya.
are they afraid you're going to attract some stray cow into the hockey rink?
I think the noise is irritating.
Yeah.
So. Well. All right, the next one app is called I Am Rich. Ever felt satisfied that your life, with your life, even when you don't earn a lot of money? Well, this app is designed to make you feel just the opposite, or feel just the opposite. So the app costs $400. but it lets you feel rich when you look at it for people, I guess, like the rest of us. So anyway, I don't know.
Only in America.
Yep.
You know what else they could probably do is have this, your account, it keeps adding up. So every day it throws in another $1,000.
That would be okay.
But at the end of the month, you're going, wow, man, I am a millionaire.
You just have to have that Acorn app that works with the I Am Rich one, right?
Yep.
Okay. So the next one on my list is called Fake Conversation. But I can see actually some uses to this, right? So I'm just going to hold this over or send this over to you, Jim.
Okay.
These are the different types of, just go ahead and read some of those. Those are the people you can have fake conversations with.
Magazine editor, diva girl. Well, you got me right there. You had me a diva girl. Wise guy, airplane pilot, sports agent, lawyer, fashion designer, doctor.
So maybe you've been in a situation where you don't want to talk to the person you're talking to anymore, right? You can actually fiddle around with your phone a little bit. This thing will ring your phone, and all of a sudden, and you can say, "Oh, it's my lawyer. I got to take this," and it will actually be having this a fake conversation with somebody on the side who is like a lawyer, right? Or like the diva girl, or the wise guy, or oh, it's my doctor, and you'll be talking medical terms on there, right? So that's what that's about. It's interesting, but
it's weird.
It's weird. But I guess you could probably use it occasionally.
The other app that I think, and you hear this so much, is fake news.
Yes.
A fake news app where, man, you just blow everything out of proportion.
Wasn't that kind of what the Onion does?
That's what the Onion does, yeah.
And
there's a new one that just came out, too. I just heard about it yesterday. But this one I think is going to do okay. So, although sometimes the Onion is pretty right on, and the rest of the news is what's fake. So,
sometimes it's like The Simpsons when they predict something, and 10 years later, like they had an episode where Trump was the president.
Yeah,
10 years ago.
And here he is, the president, right? The next one up is the Cry Translator. So your baby's crying.
Oh, okay.
So this app will actually listen to your baby, and then kind of guess at what it's trying to tell you. Am I hungry?
Okay.
Or whatever.
I have dirty diapers.
Yeah. So hungry, sleep, discomfort, stress, bored. I mean, these are the different types of cries that it tries to disseminate and then tell you what they mean.
I'd like to have that with a pet, like when the cat's up meowing all night.
That would be great. I wonder if somebody's done something like that.
Probably have.
Yeah.
So I mean,
or when a dog barks, what kind of dog? What is the dog trying to say?
Right.
With different dogs.
Exactly.
Well, that's easy. He's always saying, "I want food."
Yeah, I know.
Pretty much. I mean, it reminds me of the ghost apps that are out there, right? It actually you can take it around the room and it'll show you if there's a ghost there. And I'm like, you got to be kidding me, right? Yeah. But some people believe in some of that stuff, and they'll use it.
It sounds like Pokemon Go, same kind of deal.
Yeah, except that Pokemon Go actually you can see the characters that are out there, So these just kind of give you some stuff. But if you're, if you like that ghost hunting type of thing,
ghost busting,
if you go on these haunted tours and things like that, it just kind of helps feed that a little bit, So another one that's kind of like the fake phone call is the fake text. So, but you can fake texts from like celebrities, like this one here that I have on the sheet of papers from Justin Bieber. So you can make it look like you're getting texts from the Biebs, or the Pope, Dave. Wouldn't that be cool to get a text from the Pope?
Right.
Just saying.
Yep.
So
and then you can show it off to your friends. And
that's
say,
the whole point.
Look,
yes,
it's real, man.
That's exactly right.
Just heard from Fran in Rome. Yeah.
And the fake a text app actually allows you to have entire conversations with the other side of it. So I mean, if you're texting the Pope, Dave, this app will actually text you back. So it makes it look like you're actually having a conversation with somebody, not just that you just set this whole thing up. So So those are, and there's a couple apps that we didn't get to before the break there too. That just made me want to go back.
Do you have an Amazon app?
There's an Amazon app.
Is there really?
Well, of course.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Well, of course. Yeah, you can buy all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, I just playing around with you.
Okay. Yeah. So there's one called Drink Water or Daily Water. Daily Water.
Yeah.
So maybe it's weird, maybe it's not. But what it does is it reminds you to drink water. And it shows you that you have to have like 8 or 9 glasses of water a day. So every time you drink a glass of water, you tap the screen, and it will actually, keep track of the water that you drink. I don't know. Is that?
And then there's another one where you tap it saying, "Okay, now it's time to go to the bathroom."
Yeah. And of course, they should have a beer app like that, right? You gotta have a beer now.
Yeah. Well, I don't need an app to tell me that.
Well, thanks, you guys. It's been fun today.
It's
probably a little different tech ranch than what we normally do, but it's the holiday season. Let's have a little fun. Right?
You bet. So, we'll be back again next week.
We will be back. So, all right, everybody, have a great week.